Hello again, first grade scientists and engineers. It's me, Mr. B. I'm here to walk you through how to um, analyze the information in this bar graph. The title is Average Hours of Daylight. And we see some vertical bars that start here on the bottom line and they go up. And underneath each bar is the name of a month. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And over here on the left-hand side of the bar graph, it tells us there are some numbers, and the numbers represent the time in hours. The number of hours of daylight on average in each month in the state of Wisconsin. All right, so our job, it says here, to color in the bars of the graph. So we always want to circle the word that tells us what we have to do. We have to circle color because we're going to color. And when it says color, this is science. You don't have to use crayons. You can if you want, but you can also just fill in with your pencil. The more important thing to do than the coloring is the analyzing, and you're going to need your pencil for that. Because I'm going to ask you to analyze, what does each bar represent? How many hours does each bar represent of daylight in each month? And I'm going to ask you to write that number on top of the bars. So let's do January, the first bar, number 1 bar for the month of January. Let's figure that out. So the bar goes all the way up to here. So it said to color it in. So color it in neatly. Go carefully so that you fill it in. Don't want to, try to stay within the lines. I always find it helps to kind of start at the outside. Go carefully on the outside, then you can go more quickly on the inside. Right? And go back up and make sure you didn't leave any white spots like I did there. Fill in the white spots. Okay, so that's what we mean when we say to color in the graph. And it's okay to use your pencil. I see little white spots there. All right, so after you're done filling it in, let's figure out, what is this number? So above the bar is the horizontal line that represents 10. So is this touching the 10 bar? No. So it's not quite 10. The next bar below it is 8. Well, it's quite a bit above 8, but it's not yet to 10. So what number is between 8 and 10? You're not sure? Count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. All right. So if this was equally between 8 and 10, halfway, that would be about 9. This is a little bit more than 9, but we're just making an educated guess or a hypothesis. It doesn't have to be totally exact for our purposes. We're going to say 9 because 8 would be right here, 10 would be all the way up here. The closest, the number that makes the most sense is 9. So just write a 9 right above the bar so that when somebody looks at the graph, they can tell that there were 9 hours of daylight in the month of January. All right then. So now let's go to February. Well, first of all, color it in. And as you're doing that, notice, where is the top line on that bar? Where is it? Well, let's fill it in. I'm going to go slower when I get to the edges. Then I can be more quick, a little more aggressive on the inside. And slow down when I get towards the outside. Go back, fill in the white spots, make it nice and neat. And go back, look for some white spots. There we go. All right. Now, look at the top of this bar. It's pretty close to this line, just a teeny weeny bit above the line, and this line goes to 10. And it's taller than the January line. So January was 9. So the next line above 10 is the 12 line. It's much closer to 10 than 12. And it's even closer to the 10 than halfway between 10 and 12. So I think the best hypothesis is that this is 10. So put a 10 right about there. All right, so now we know that between the month of January and February, we got 1 more hour of daylight. Right? All right, let's go to March. Okay, so fill in your bar, be careful. And of course, you can hit pause on this video if you need to. And then just hit play again when you're ready to continue. So if you need to take time to color, just hit pause. When you're done coloring and you're ready to keep going, hit play. All right, so now look at your top line here. First of all, is it more or less than February? It's more. So it was 10. What number comes right above 10? 9, 10, 11. Would 11 make sense here? The next bar is 12. Is it up to the 12? No, but it's above the 10. So yes, 11 would make sense here. So let's put 11 here. See a pattern so far? Every month we are getting about 1 more hour of daylight. And now we get to April, the month that we are in. Want to make an educated guess? 9, 10, 11. Well, you would predict it would probably be 12. But look here. The bar goes above the 12 line. This is actually a little bit above 12. Wow. So if it's not 12, what could it be? What comes after 12? 9, 10, 11, 12. Could be 13 because 14 is up here. It's not up to 14, but it's above 12. What's between 12 and 14? 13. So put a 13 there. Color in the bar. Of course, like I said, you can hit the pause button if you need to till you get done with some awesome coloring in. Okay. So now we went from 9, 10, 11. We actually went up to 13. So now look at May. Where is that? It's on the line. So what's it going to be? Yep. Write the number up there. Color it in. Then go to June. June is above the 14 line, but it's not up to the 16 line. So you're going to put the number that's between 14 and 16. Okay, and June is when the longest day of the year is. June 21st, the summer solstice. And look, July is just about the same as June. So whatever number you come up with for June, you're probably going to put the same number in July. And then look, August starts going down. The days start getting shorter. So look at, it's got to be August's number has to be less than July's. It's pretty close to this line. September is again less than August. And look, September is, well, first of all, August is about the same as May. So whatever you put for May, you probably want to put for August. September is about the same as April. October is actually on that line. So you can follow it all the way over there to that line to figure out October. November goes down quite a bit, but it's still a bit, you know, it's pretty close to this line, maybe a little bit above it. And then December, one of the shortest months of the year of daylight. So whatever number you put for November, it's got to be less than October and more than December. So I showed you how to do the first 4 months, and I've kind of guided you with some hints how to do the rest of the year. Make sure you color it in and write the number for each month's hours of daylight. And make sure that your numbers make sense, that where the bar is lower, then it's got to be a smaller number than the one before it. Where the bars get bigger, then they have to be higher than the one that came before it. So think it through. Write the numbers that make the most sense. Then, the bottom of the page, we have new directions. It says, fill in the missing words. It says, let's read together. The sun blank in the morning and blank at night. And your choices here, R-I-S-E-S, cover up the S. E gives its power to the I says its name. Rise, rises, cover up the S, S-E-T. One vowel with a letter after it, short should fit, short E, set, sets. Rises, sets. Okay, those are your verbs. So what does the sun do in the morning? Does it rise or set? Set means go down. Does it come up or go down? It comes up. Which one means comes up? So you're going to put the word that means comes up here and the other word here. What does the sun do at night? It goes down. So pick the word that means goes down. Write it nice and neat right there. All right, when you're done, make sure your name and number are at the top of the page. And then, please, so if you're in Mrs. Bergen's class, I would be number 20. And if you're in my class, I would be number 19. Write your name and number at the top. And then please have your mom and dad take a picture of your finished paper and have them email it, or they can text remind it to me. All right, thanks a lot, scientists. Great job, and I hope you have a most excellent day and enjoy some of that increasing sunlight that we're getting here as we get to the end of April and even more into May. Cheers.